Wrestling friends, to another edition of Smarknado. The gang's all here. I'm your host, Eric Druckman. With me, as always, the dirty Danaconda, Dan Sesnet. We'll ask how you're doing later. But we have Joe Drescher here, our advocate of Smarknado. And we have, right below me, Drew Rivera. He's here to go bull hunting or something. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I feel great. I am on the verge of a 5-day weekend.
A bender, if you will.
And friendship. And
good for you.
A bender, if you will. If I fall asleep mid-episode, just go on without me, because I've had a week from hell, and I'm ready to chat with you guys about some WrestleMania.
All right. We don't have to talk about your week from hell unless, of course, you want to talk about it. Is it any similar to the plane ride from hell?
There was not as much dick swinging. I'll put it that
way. Okay. I got you. You know, spin it like a helicopter, as our friend P.D. Pablo used to say. All right.
It wasn't as much, but was there still some?
Yeah.
Talk to my attorney.
Yeah. I mean, I am, so.
Maybe a little bit.
Well, I am super excited. We have so much fucking wrestling ahead of us this week. We are already actually in the thick of things. I think that there is some wrestling that's currently happening right now. Voices of Wrestling put out a huge WrestleMania schedule. I think, let's see what's going on right now, just out of curiosity.
Yeah, shout out those guys.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, so nothing's happened yet, but the WWEID tournament is happening tonight, and then there's a Dragon Gate USA show tonight at 9 p.m. I think that means it's midnight our time.
I think I'm going to try and find that WWEID tournament. I'm kind of into it.
I am too. Now, have you guys... I don't expect our guests to answer yes. Well, actually, Drew, you've seen some Evolve, right?
Yeah.
I showed you some of it. Have you seen any? Do you know about WWE Evolve right now? Do you know about the WWE ID program in general?
Yeah, where they're basically identifying the independent guys that they pretty much are saying that they have promise or whatever. We saw two of them a couple weeks ago, no?
Yeah, we did. Joe, do you know about this WWE ID program?
I've seen it, but I haven't really looked into it, so I don't know the full details, but it looks like they're kind of just, I'll use the word scouting out people and kind of blocking them.
It's like a farm system.
They're stamping it's a farm system. They're stamping their name on talent that are still on the independent scene. And they're eventually going to go to NXT and all that. Me and Drew at the Blitzkrieg show a couple weeks ago actually got to see a WWE ID match, which should be on Twitter by now, I believe. And it was
IWTV for sure.
Is it on there?
It should be, right? They were saying it was. Were they broadcasting that show live?
Yeah, they were broadcasting it live. Yeah, it was Marcus Mathers versus Sean Legacy, and those two are both cream of the crop.
Mathers is good, man.
Mathers is really good, and Legacy is an athletic freak.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with Legacy at all. I'm jealous that I wasn't in town yet to go with you guys to that Blitzkrieg show, but I'm here now, so I hopefully will get to go to a few more independent shows because didn't really have anybody to go with down there.
Yeah, he's more like WWE, the presentation, the look of him. You're like, oh yeah, that's why WWE wants him. But then when he actually got between the ropes, he could go.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. I've seen Marcus Mathers in GCW before.
No, I was talking about Legacy.
Oh, Legacy. Yeah, is he a WWE ID guy too?
Yeah, he was his opponent, but when you see him, that's what I'm talking about. You look at him and you're like, oh, this dude is classic WWE look. And then, but he actually could move and he could do shit in the ring.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay, very athletic for what you think.
He's a lot shorter than I thought he was. I passed by him, and I probably have a few inches on him. But
Short Kings,
he'd still fucking destroy me.
Short Kings.
I like his brother, Marcus Mathers' brother, Marshall. Yeah.
Oh, ha.
I knew it was coming.
That's actually his dad, you idiot.
Ooh,
man, we are getting old. You're right. Oh,
yeah. I mean, honestly, Marcus Mathers, his actual dad is probably around the same age, if not younger, than
Me.
Eminem.
No
so,
kidding.
so yeah, he's a
myself.
second generation wrestler. Anyway, yeah, before we get into the weekend, I just wanted to kind of, because AEW's taking a little bit of a back seat, let's be honest, over the next few days, because this is an all-encompassing weekend. So I just wanted to talk about some hot points that have happened in AEW since we last discussed this. Of course, we're coming off of AEW Dynasty, and our
Oh shit!
one
we
of our
really haven't
heroes,
really-
our favorites on this show, Swerve Strickland, was going to be did face Moxley for the championship, and unfortunately, that match was ruined by Dan's favorite wrestlers, the Young Bucks. And I just want to say that fuck the Young Bucks, fuck Nick Jackson
How come
and
you-
Matt Jackson.
How come every time I say I like somebody, they're my favorite wrestler? I like somebody,
No, it's true.
Dan, because you are the only one that would have any sort of defense for what happened here, and it was some horse shit.
I mean, I don't have a defense for it. I'm not defending it. I still
Oh.
like the Young Bucks, but I'm not defending the direction or the fucking lights going out and them showing up and ruining everything. No, I'm not defending it. I think it was stupid. I think that they should have had a title change, and now it looks like we're gonna probably have to wait all the way till All In with this Moxley reign. And I think it's a little silly.
Sucks. It just take that, like, for everything that's going pretty well in AEW, like, why are they so insistent on this? Like, I just feel like any good wrestling company, if the public outcry is so strong that it's time to course correct. It doesn't matter what like long-term plans you have in place. I just feel like if it's really just turning off so many people, like, you got to do something.
Well,
Is it just
what's
me?
All In? 2 months away?
All In?
Yeah.
Isn't that like in August? It's like 4 months away.
I thought it was in June or July.
It's
Oh, is it?
July,
Oh.
July 12th in Texas.
I mean, dude,
Okay,
that's
so
just a
3
long
months away.
time for this guy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sick of Moxley. I've been sick of Moxley.
Doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't a chance to take the title off of them at what Revolution is their next pay-per-view.
And it's Samoa Joe, who's
Oh,
probably
is
going
it?
to end up facing him.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
Samoa
March.
Joe's the bomb.
We know. Revolution.
I'd be fine with Joe, but like, if Joe won, it would still be like, well, then why the fuck didn't you put the belt on Swerve?
Well, there's
You
no,
know?
but that's the thing. Joe's not going to win.
Yeah.
So it's it's a guy you could throw in there, but it's also, what happens? Do the Young Bucks interfere again? Because it's believable that Joe can beat Moxley. It's believable that Swerve can beat Moxley. They obviously need help, and I don't want to see that again.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to see. Truthfully, I don't want to see the match. I have
Yeah.
no interest in a Joe versus Mox match, mostly because I'm not really into Mox's style these days. It's just not for me.
He thinks he's a shoot fighter.
Yeah, I'm just not. It's just not vibing with me at the current moment. But I don't know, man. It's just gonna be a clusterfuck, and I'm not all that interested in the world title scene.
I'm not
So
either.
the next pay-per-view is Double or Nothing. That's
Double or
May 25th. And then All In is July 12th in Texas, in Arlington, Texas. So shout out to our boy Omar, who's in
Shout out,
Texas.
Omar.
But I
should-
feel like the whole Death Riders storyline was like, when you're like hyped for food and you're going to make something and you're all excited, you're like, this is going to be really good. And then you make it and you eat it, and it just like goes by fast and you're not satisfied, but you feel like full and sick after that, and you didn't get to enjoy it because it wasn't what you expected. Like, that's what it was. Like, the thought of this Moxley run and all they were leading up to, and the vignettes and him jumping people and bringing that team together, I was like, all right, this is going to be a good run.
So
And then-
basically, what you're calling this run is Indian food, because it's really delicious, but you end up on the toilet miserable at the end.
It just hasn't been good, right? And I'm like looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's been this many months and like I don't remember anything from it. I'm not satisfied by it. I'm just like, can it be done so I can get to the next meal now? Like,
Yes.
I'm over.
Yes. And you know, we had a great meal last year, and it was called Swerve's last title run.
Yeah.
Well, as a biracial man, I can
was
say that soul
delicious.
food will never disappoint. So,
Soul food is fire.
but I mean, yeah, I didn't get to see Dynasty, unfortunately, but I saw the results, and I was bummed that when I woke up in the morning, Swerve wasn't the champion. But
Yo, you want to know something fucking crazy that I heard on another podcast about another podcast, but it's about JR. About Jim Ross, okay? Okay. Craziest thing ever. Apparently, Jim Ross, he called the first match on that show, and on his podcast, his co-host told him the result of Swerve versus Moxley. He didn't even know.
So he wasn't even.
He was just like, Swerve won, right? And they were like, no, Moxley retained. He was just like, that sounds like a bad idea. Like,
wow, I agree with JR.
I know, but like, I just wanted to add that it's just so fucking ridiculous that somebody that is under their payroll didn't even bother to watch the rest of the show. How much? I don't give a fuck.
JR has never given a fuck about AEW. Never.
Yeah, I don't think he has. I think he just got a paycheck.
Yeah, he that's all he does, and that's fine. Like, whatever. Yeah. But it doesn't surprise me that he didn't know the results of the match, like, at all.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
He probably fell asleep.
Yeah. To bring it full circle back to Dan's favorite wrestlers, the Young Bucks. Like, I am glad that they are back, though, because having Ram and Kenny and Hangman does make it feel a little bit more like the original AEW a bit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
and another thing I'll say about the Bucks is they do get real heat.
Real heat.
People genuinely hate them.
I don't know. Set it up in a way where like this Mox run can end, and there could either be an alliance with them that goes sour or something, and then it leads into another storyline. So, you know, I guess I'm going to give AEW a little grace on this one, that maybe they're going to correct course and finish this off. Stick to the landing.
Absolutely. And I do want to give AEW big props right now, because my favorite thing that's going on in AEW right now is this FTR heel turn.
Big time.
This has been awesome. Like, they have just been so vicious, and I loved how Collision, I don't know if you guys watched Collision this past week, but
I watched the clip of them,
FTR being heels was just like threaded through the entire show. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. And they're just, I think this is what they needed. Like, they were getting kind of stale as baby faces.
I think that this version is a believable version that could beat the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, see, like, that's sorry, dude. Go ahead.
No, after you.
I was just gonna say, but that's what makes like the Moxley shit like so infuriating. Is like, because we and Druck watched the show together. And it was a good fucking show. Like, first match, Will Ospreay and Kevin Knight put on a banger, and you're like, all right, the tone is set, and the like everything was good, and more the Tony Storm match was awesome. And then you just like you're like, wow, like AEW, like the turn on Copeland was great, and you're like feeling so good about it going to the main event. And at the end, me and Druck were literally like, what? No, like, and just not real heat, just disgusting heat. Like it wasn't going.
Yeah, especially when it's that late at night, cranky.
It was just like, oh my God, like what the fuck, you know?
To be fair, I watched it the next day. I fell asleep, so I watched the last two matches the next day.
See, it's not a good thing that you fell asleep. Like that's a testament to the fact that
that's not a testament to AEW. That's a testament to the fact that I've been dealing with this whole move and I have two kids.
It's a testament to AGE.
Sure. Hear me out. Like, if me and Drew had watched this individually, I think either of us could have easily fallen asleep by the end of the show.
Yeah, that's definitely
because it went on for so long. Like, there's no reason for it to go past midnight.
Like, did it go past midnight?
Yeah, and you know what? It's justified to go past midnight on a Saturday. It's not justified to go past midnight on a Sunday.
Yeah, I mean,
I just feel like Tony Khan just remembers like the pay-per-views when he was like a young wrestling fan being on like late Sunday nights, and he just doesn't pivot to like something that's just better for him.
Because he probably didn't have a 9-to-5 growing up.
No,
you know,
he probably doesn't have a 9 to. He doesn't have a 9 to 5 now. The dude always works.
Yeah. Well,
speaking of the Hurt Syndicate, can we talk on that real quick? Because that is a bright spot. I would
That is
say.
a bright spot. Actually.
with
And I'm
MJF?
excited to see where that goes with MJF. But like MVP, Lashley, and Sheldon Benjamin, they just know. They know how to just do a storyline, and they're still wrecking it at their ages. They're just like a fine wine. Like they just get better and better.
Yeah.
There might not be
They know
a
what they're doing.
better person on the roster than MVP at controlling a crowd,
Mhm.
and just genuinely making them eat out of the palm of his hand, for better or for worse.
Yeah. And I mean, the MVP MJF banter and where that's going to go, I'm excited for.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit.
I'm
It's gonna hit
interested.
because MJF is not going to blow MVP out of the water like he does a lot of people.
Yeah. It'll be nice to have someone on his par. So, I mean, AEW has a lot of, I think they hit like a little bit of a slump, and there were some injuries and whatever. And I think they're getting the roster back. I think they just need to like bust out their best storylines right now.
I got two words for you. Eddie Kingston. He
Is
comes
he
back.
soon?
He's coming. When he comes back, everything gets better.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So, any other thing that you guys want to mention about AEW? Obviously, Tony Storm is still
Yes.
strong.
Did you read that Mariah May might well be on her way to WWE?
Yeah, I did. And I find that interesting. I want to say, I think when they signed her to a deal, she was already working in Stardom.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the only reason why she's in a contract year right now. It doesn't make sense because we've only seen her for a year.
Yeah, she signed what I read was a 2-year deal. That I think Meltzer or one of those guys reported that somebody that it was 2 years and that it's up this summer. I'm not saying this is an AEW homer. I think that's a bad move for her. I just think that there's so many not necessarily wrestling talent wise, but looks wise, there's so many of her on that roster.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of like, all right, your storyline with Tony Storm was good because of Tony. I've never been too impressed with Mariah May. I'm over it. Give us more Harley Cameron instead.
I'm going to have to disagree with you, Joe. I am impressed with Mariah May. I think that she can hold her own in being a character and all that. And I think that that's what WWE recognizes, that, yes, she is a beautiful woman who knows how to work and is really dialed in with her character and her promos. And I feel like I understand what you guys are saying, but if WWE really makes her a priority, I think it would be an amazing move for her.
The thing is, man, WWE is literally doing what AEW got shat upon for doing, and just bringing over everybody. You can't satisfy everybody on the roster.
I understand that too.
There's
different ways. I feel like there's different ways to look at it.
From the outside, you have to, as a wrestler, you have to be supremely confident in your ability, which I think Mariah May probably is. Mm-hmm. But to go to a roster that's that bloated and think you're going to get TV time and ring time and all that, because there's not a lot to go around, and there's a lot of good on that TV right now in WWE anyway.
Yeah.
Make it an even trade. They can have Mariah May give back Jade Cargill.
Oh, God, I would give anything for Jade Cargill back.
Really?
I love Jade in AEW, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't really like her current booking.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of her just doing the same thing every week. It's not booking. It's just the same. But can she really cut a promo? Not really. But I liked her in AEW, man. I thought her run was really good, and it was underrated. And,
I guess that's a fair trade then.
Because they were smart with how they did her in AEW. Like, they made her an attraction. They were safe with her matches and the length of her matches,
Booked
and
her
they
as a
gave her a
monster.
mouthpiece.
And booked her as a monster.
Exactly, and the two of them together, and she can hold her own in certain parts of her promos, but they had that supplement to get her by.
Who was her
She
mouthpiece again?
It was Mark Sterling, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
So it was like she was the exclamation point. Like he would do the talking, and then she would come in and hit her points, and it worked.
Speaking of mouthpieces, you know who I miss? Stokely.
I was just about to say that, man. And you know what? I was also thinking in my head, Stokely would have been so good with Jade Cargill.
Stokely would be good with literally anybody you put him with. He's fucking.
I would love right now Stokely to go to WWE and be the manager of Carmelo Hayes.
Whatever he does, he's gonna shine. Just put him on TV. That like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
You know what manager I miss is Jose Lothario.
Oh, shut the fuck
Remember
up.
when he got
manager.
attacked and we had to like pray for him, to come back, and Shawn Michaels was gonna fight for his honor. Like I got into that as a kid.
Do you remember when Psycho Sid beat up Jose Lothario's son?
No, I don't know that.
Oh, well,
my manager just walked in.
I remember being so upset. I was watching the preview for like In Your House Mind Games with HBK and Mankind, and they're like, pray for Shawn Michaels. And I was like, literally like, Mom, we need to go pray for Shawn Michaels. Tonight. I was like really distraught about that.
Yeah. Well, impressionable kids right there. All right. So before we do get into WrestleMania, I just want to mention some. Dan, how about you start with some of the indie matches that you're looking forward to this week?
Okay, I tried to go through all of them. Honestly, the list was crazy intimidating, but there's a couple things that stuck out as both funny and really shows that I'm really interested in watching them and go out of my way to make time for. First being the WWE ID tournament that you spoke about earlier. I want to see where that ends up. I do believe that is for the inaugural championship, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm looking forward to that. I'd like to see who comes out of that show.
I do too. Who do you want to win the WWE IP tournament?
I'd like to see Atticus Kogar.
Me too.
Honestly. And I don't know that our audience or either of these guys are super familiar with him.
Do you guys know who Atticus Kogar is? Drew, do you know?
No, but my dog knows who you are, and he can hear your voice over the thing, and he's like trying to walk around the house looking for you right now.
Oh, I love him.
Straight up, he got off the couch and came wandering in, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then he's like looking, and he's trying to like look around, and I'm just like, and now I realize he's confused that he hears your voice because his ears were up when he was walking in.
Oh man,
boy.
That's fucking wild. Love this dog. Sorry.
Well, Atticus Kogar is a very violent wrestler from GCW. He's got a pretty kool look. If you guys are on your computers right now, I don't know, give him a Google search, Atticus Kogar.
Atticus,
like Cogar.
Is Culture Inc. wrestling this weekend?
I don't think so, and I haven't seen them on a lot of shows in a while. And I think that I would
at least Eli Knight.
I'm gonna guess that Eli Knight's injured.
Oh, that's depressing.
Because it doesn't make sense as to not seeing them. But Atticus Kogar is a wrestler from GCW. I'm reading the tea leaves right now. I think he is going to be signed by WWE because A, he recently retired from deathmatch wrestling. B, he is in a loser league. Like, it's GCW career versus Mask, him versus
Fuego del Sol
and GCW. And, if he loses, he leaves GCW. And 3, he's in this WWE ID tournament. And 4, another thing is like, kind of reminds a lot of people of a young CM Punk with his promo style. And he's a pretty skilled wrestler.
Ring of Honor days CM Punk. Very much deeply ingrained in what he does. You can see it in his promos, his vignettes and things of that nature. I think he would be a good one to represent that WWE ID. But I think Marcus Mathers is probably ultimately going to win.
I like that. I like that call. Yep. You know who I would also say just because I think that they're very much behind this guy. I could totally see Sean Legacy winning the tournament too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this
Well,
guy supposed to be is this guy supposed to be like punk rock, or is he supposed to be like trailer trash? I'm
a bit of both.
Okay.
Atticus Kogar is kind of like hardcore, I would say.
I just
More of
don't
a
like it. I don't like this look. I don't like his look.
You don't like his
feels
look?
like it just like it looks like meth addiction. I'm not a fan.
I like when people look like they're addicted to meth. It makes me feel good about myself.
Like he looks like he should be, working at Cumberland Farms.
He probably
somewhere
does.
in, like Schoharie.
He probably
or,
did before he started
Huddersfield.
wrestling.
He
Yeah.
definitely worked at
He's more
Cumberland.
of like a Luke Oil guy, like some off-brand gas station, like that.
Not
The
the
majors
key.
aren't even hiring that dude.
Can I tell you guys something real quick here to divert from wrestling? Gas stations in the north suck balls compared to down south.
Facts.
Oh, I bet.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, most things up here suck balls compared to down there, but I digress. Continue.
You don't see any sucking balls where you used to live, though, on the internet at least.
No, definitely no. They outlawed internet porn in North Carolina.
It's fucking wild.
It's
The
a weird,
pastors must have been pissed.
it's a weird country, man. It's a weird place.
Absolutely.
But anyway, let me go over a few more matches that I'm looking forward to. We don't have to get into them too deep.
Yeah, we don't. All right.
We don't have a lot of time. I really want to see Minoru Suzuki versus Butterbean. I know it sounds silly,
I think
but
it's going to be a mess.
it's going to be a total mess. But I want to see that train wreck. Like I'm here for that train wreck. Kevin Blackwood is wrestling Calvin Tankman for the West Coast Pro Championship. I want to see that.
That's going to be on High Spots, I believe.
I believe
So
it
good
is.
luck.
I believe it is. But I'll try and catch it in some way, shape, or form. Super looking forward to Pete Dunne versus Timothy Thatcher at Bloodsport.
I like that.
Fuck yeah.
Super looking forward to Grizzled Young Veterans versus Violence is Forever at the Deadlock show.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Violence is forever. Nice. Okay.
Super
We'll see
looking
them.
forward to Sabu versus Joey Janela in the no ropes barbed wire match.
This Sabu's retirement match, guys.
Yeah.
I was always a Sabu fan.
I think it's going to be disgusting, and I can't wait. And then 2 full shows I really want to see. Heels Have Eyes for the Culture. That's Fourth Rope and West Side Guns promotion.
Oh, okay.
So the Hardys are actually his tag team champions, so they're going to be on that show.
I wasn't really sure what that promotion even was, to be honest, when I saw the lineup. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that too, man. The aforementioned GCW Career versus Mass, Atticus Kogar versus Fuego del Sol. Really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
On the same spring break show, I think that this has the capability of being possibly match of the weekend. The Lucha 6-man tag, we got the Wagner family, Dr. Wagner Jr., El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., Galeno Del Mal versus Los Desperados, Gringo Loco, Ares, and Jack Cartwheel, WWE ID prospect. I think that's going to be fucking madness. DDT got Kenosuke Takeshita versus Mao. That's going to be on Triller. I think that's going to be a banger. Progress show, Minoru Suzuki is facing Car Noir.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's going to be on the
Oh,
Progress show.
I must have just missed that listing.
For the Progress World title too, Luke Jacobs versus Michael Oku, and they had a match this past year in Rev Pro, I believe, that got very, very high acclaim from Mr. Dave Meltzer.
Okay.
And Bloodsport, you mentioned Thatcher versus Pete Dunne. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to Gabe Kidd versus Josh Barnett, and Zack Sabre Jr. versus Jonathan Gresham.
Gabe Kidd's also wrestling, and hear me out. I know we hate this guy, but I want to see the match. He's wrestling Matt Riddle on that For the Culture show.
Oh, I don't hate Matt Riddle.
He's just a shitty person. He's just a dog shit human being. But
I really do want to see that match.
So that's another one that I caught. That
Gabe Kidd versus Matt Riddle. Wow.
Yeah. Can I bring something up? I'm a little disappointed, Dan, that you didn't mention how Dan the Beast Severin is the special enforcer for Minoru Suzuki and Butterbean.
Oh,
Really?
That's a whole nother element.
my
Oh
apologies.
my God.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Another element of mess heard.
Dan
Yeah.
Severin, hands down, the most scary and nicest man I've ever met in my entire life. Like,
Terrifying.
it was
That match
terrifying how nice he was.
That match just
That makes
screams like
any sense.
1998.
Oh yeah, I know, and that's why I love it.
Mhm.
Can't wait. Can't
Jesus
wait.
Christ. I also want to mention that on the Prestige Wrestling show this weekend, we get the return of two of our old favorites, Billy Kay and Peyton Royce.
Okay.
The Iconics, now known as the Inspiration, they're returning to the ring, and I
Oh,
think
wow.
they're going to go on another run.
Good for them.
Yeah,
I hope WWE signs them because there is definitely TV time for Billy Kay.
yeah, and exactly. Before we were talking about Harley Cameron too, we were so impressed with these Australian women.
Billy Kay walks
Billy
so Harley
Kay
Cameron can
specifically.
run.
Yeah,
That's all I'll say. They're
Absolutely.
both birds of a feather. They're fucking hilarious, and Billy Kay deserves to be wherever she wants to be if she wants to wrestle.
absolutely. And before we get into WrestleMania, guys, are you guys tuned in at all to what's going on in NXT, or do you have anything you're really looking forward to on the NXT show?
I mean, the main event for the title is going to be good. I know that.
Javon Obafemi and Trick Williams.
Yeah, that's gonna be big time. Ricky Starks versus whoever is gonna be good. I've seen a little bit of what he's been doing. It's been good. I haven't been tuning in a lot though. Ricky
Oh,
Saints.
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking forward to the women's championship match. That's
Four-way?
going to be a 4-way: Stephanie Vacker versus Julia versus Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker.
Yeah. I think that should probably steal the show. Rightfully so. That's some of the. I mean, even Jada Parker is one of the best women wrestlers on the NXT roster right now, and she's really under the radar.
I think it's a great idea to put Jada Parker in there with these three women. She's just going
to get a chance to shine.
I had seen parts of the WWE Rivals on A&E for Roman and Seth, and like early in their development, they put Roman in triple threats with Seth and Dean Ambrose, John Moxley at the time, to see if he can swim with them and go at their pace. And that's the same similar test here for Jada Parker, and I'd like to see it.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting comparison.
Yep. All right.
Main event.
And guys, WrestleMania 2-night event. Night 1 is going to be hosted at our friend Joe Drescher's house for those who want to attend. And night 2 is going to be hosted at my house. Okay.
For those who want to attend.
Those who want, it's a closed invite, so I will text people privately. Not everyone here is invited.
You need a password.
But Joe and Drew, when you arrive, you're gonna have a great time.
Fuck.
All right.
Things up here in the north aren't as good, Dan. Remember you said that. So
they aren't
both ways.
They aren't. I guess me telling my friends that I love them and I can't wait to see them it just doesn't buy me any cachet. I'll go fuck myself.
I'm still hurt that you left in the first place.
No, we love you, and you can still go fuck yourself.
Cool. Sweet.
Yeah, we'll meet in the middle. All
Fair
right.
enough.
All right. Night 1 for the world.
So how are we doing this? We're going match by match.
Yeah, you want to do it?
Rapid fire. Yeah. No, you can go ahead.
Okay. Night 1 for the World Tag Team Championships. The New Day challenge the War Raiders. Kind of pissed off about how they haven't really delivered since the first few weeks of the New Day heel turn.
Yeah, this is a chance for them to heat them back up,
right?
Though.
Yeah, I got New Day, 100%.
Yeah, me too.
Do you have Joe?
I don't think it's going to be New Day, and I don't like that. I mean, I love the New Day. do I feel like they've been stale for a while now, even with like the changes they've tried to do? Yes, but just knowing Triple H booking, I think it's going to be the Viking experience, and that breaks my heart.
The Viking experience.
I don't know about that, man.
I
Are
love
you
the
saying
Viking.
that purely out of the fact that there's the
Triple H
theory
is
out there
racist?
that
Yes.
Vince just has it in for all black talent?
Yes, I think that is exactly.
Yes. I mean, that's a no. Even Swerve was like, I mean, they had Booker T like come in and kind of do the corporate. Oh, I was treated great, and Swerve Strickland was like, oh, okay, well, no one else thinks that.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what the whole fuck Booker T thing came from?
Probably.
Swerve said that after some match, like recently, after like they went off air, like he was like, "Oh, and fuck Booker T," and I was like, "Damn, what did Booker T do?" I mean, yeah, but like, what did he do to you?
Because they call in Booker T and they're like, "See, I have a black friend. He thinks I'm not racist," but then everyone else is like, "No, but you are."
Yeah.
And so that's what it is. They always go to the well and they call him Booker T.
Yeah. All right. What happened to Brolo Sokoa over there?
I don't know where Brolo went, but I'm sure we'll
He's
ask
still
him.
there. The camo jacket just hides him.
Okay, Drew, who do you think is going to win between the War Raiders and the New Day?
Ooh, I think the New Day.
Yeah.
And Joe with this fancy fucking.
I think too. So the three white guys on our show, we all think that the New Day is going to win, and the one biracial.
I've seen history, man. I've seen history.
Yeah. All right. So next we have a nice lucha match here. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano, straight out of Starbucks. Who you got, Dan?
I got Ray.
I think Ray wins too.
Ray.
Joe?
I hope it's Ray. Yeah, I think it's Ray. Is this just what's his name with a mask on?
Chad Gable. Yeah.
Yes.
That poor guy. Like, they just don't take him serious, do they?
They really don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really, really don't.
Yeah, it's something else. All right. So next we have in a grudge match, Jade Cargill versus Naomi. I'll tell you who I want to win, Naomi.
No, I want Jade to win. I need Jade to get her heat back. Jade wins.
I hope it's Jade too. But I mean this match is insulated from Triple H, so I mean either way we're gonna get a good win.
I thought Joe, I thought you were gonna say it's gonna end in a no contest.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Stephanie McMahon's gonna come out and win the match.
No, Charlotte Flair is gonna somehow win the match.
Oh yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah, somehow.
It's not even a title match, and she'll win a title.
Jade's gonna win. I just want to see how far she's gonna go.
Yeah. I got Naomi. We'll see where this goes. All right, for the WWE United States Championship, LA Knight defends against Yadamin, Jacob Fatu. All the way.
Werewolf all the way.
Fatu.
Yeah,
Joe,
I think it's gonna be Fatu. I don't like LA Knight's name. I think I've been vocal about that. It reminds me too much of the LA Kings, and I'm still bitter from when they beat my Devils in the Stanley Cup. So even for that, I'm just going to go with Jacob Fatu.
Okay, that's a deep cut, but yeah, the name is stupid.
I miss Eli Drake. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good old TNA days. Impact.
Dummy. Yeah.
He was the best thing on fucking NWA Power.
NWA Power. Remember the promo where he was acting drunk?
Yes, I do, actually.
That was the best. Yeah. Oh, man.
There was a small window where Impact Wrestling, it wasn't TNA, it switched to Impact, if you remember. Like, that was the name of the company. And they had him, and they had the Broken Matt Hardy, and they had something else. And it was like a good little period of time in that company's, like, it was on Pop Network. No one was watching it. There's no one in the crowd. I think Lashley was still with them. And it was
Broken and Matt Hardy stuff really brought people in.
Yeah, they had like
Really
a good little run.
Because when that was going on, that was different. Like nobody had ever seen anything like that.
Yeah, and Eli Drake was holding it down. I mean, that was a good little run they had that I feel like a lot of people missed because everyone was down on the company.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of potential, but I don't know.
It was good, but it wasn't WCW 97.
Oh,
That's fair.
that is shot at.
Was Joe just thinking about 97? He was like,
I had a little internal debate.
The only thing Joe is doing, he's trying to think of a way to incorporate El Dandy into our conversations.
every time.
No, I was like, is the just the period of 1996 with the NWO better than all of 1997? Because that first part of the end of 1996 was really good too.
No,
Was that little period better than all of 97, which was also good?
I mean, it was all trash, but
I think 97 is when it got really heated up with the cruiserweight division.
Those were still 2 great years.
Mm-hmm.
They were.
Anyway, this is a great year. And next we have the WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton defends against Charlotte Flair. I, with all my chest, hope to God that Tiffany Stratton wins. And you know what? I think she will.
Nah,
I feel like the plan was to have Charlotte win, but like hopefully they're smart enough to like listen to the crowd and like course correct and make it to Tiffany wins and then do something else with her.
Charlotte wins. I just don't see it any other way.
I agree with Dan, even though he hurt my feelings about WCW, but I agree. I think they always for WrestleMania they just say, all right, let's go back to the well. Let's get these names to win because they're name brands that people will recognize, and the casual fan and the non-fan are going to watch WrestleMania. So we want that exposure and that recognition. So I think they're going to have Charlotte win. I think that it's unfortunate that Tiffany Stratton's championship run started when it did. It was doomed to end early because of WrestleMania. Like it's the same pattern for WrestleMania every year. It's, so if you start your run right before WrestleMania, you're probably going to lose it to someone like Charlotte Flair. They do it every year.
It's sad.
But do you think that that's a similar situation with Jey Uso and Gunther?
I think it will be too. Yeah.
I think that Jey Uso beats Gunther.
It's marketing. WrestleMania has become marketing now, and it's just how can we get a name, a face that people will see and recognize? Not even just the wrestling fan, like just someone who's like, oh, I was walking through, Marshalls, and I saw a kid with a Yeet shirt on because that's what's popular right now. So we're gonna push that because there's name recognition and branding. WrestleMania is all about branding right now. It's not the wrestling anymore.
Very true.
Sorry, I'll get off my soapbox.
No, you're right. You're correct. But at least we do still get some good wrestling.
Yeah. But that's why it started to digress. But that's why I like Wrestle Kingdom, right? Like it's 2 days, but it's still about the wrestling. I feel like this is 2 days, but it's more of the spectacle.
Yeah. For sure. All right. So main event of night 1. CM Punk finally gets his main event in WrestleMania, night 1. It's not a main event, buddy. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns.
What was his line in AEW? Good luck going to the other company where you main event night 1 of a buy one get one free extravaganza.
Now he's doing it.
Is that he's going to eat that crow? Like fuck that guy.
Yeah, he should. Anyway, I think that in this match, I got Seth Rollins, and I think I got Seth Rollins because Paul Heyman turns on both CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
You think so?
Yes.
I love it.
You think so? You think the same, Drew?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I hope they do it. Because Heyman's so good. Like when he does it, you're gonna feel that shit. Like it's gonna be a good moment as a fan when you're taking it in.
Sure. Because I feel like in these storylines, they're telling a story of Heyman being burned by both CM Punk and Roman Reigns. So Heyman has justification to say fuck both of them.
Yeah. He does. How does he turn on him though?
He hits him with his the cellular phone that he used to carry around when he was falling dangerously.
I hope
Actually, the Dangerous Alliance comes out and helps him.
Yeah. Arn gives them the spine buster. Larry Sabisco just kind of stumbles around the ring a little bit,
Yeah, stunning Steve.
Bobby Eaton, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a different way, and our good friend John is probably very sad because of Brian Cage being hurt. So I'm gonna do this one for John. I hope CM Punk wins so he can have a W there.
Mm.
He's a big fan. For all those who don't know.
Yeah, John loves CM Punk.
loves him.
Part of me would like to see Roman win, though.
He affectionately calls CM Punk Phil, though.
It's because they're on a first name basis. They text.
Yeah. He gets butterflies when he talks about Phil.
I hope you're listening, John.
All right. We all said our piece for this. What do you, Dan, who'd you say?
CM Punk.
CM Punk? Okay.
Yep.
None of us have the tribal chief.
I'd like to see Roman win, but I don't think he's going to.
I don't think so either. All right. We got night 2 of WrestleMania. He is risen. Jesus Christ. This is Easter Sunday. This is also 420.
Yeah, boy. That's the holiday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And
Easter's cool, too. I like candy.
yeah, man. I mean, come on, Cadbury. Let's go.
No,
Let's be honest, though.
Cadbury caramel eggs. If you eat cream eggs, you're a freak.
Let's be honest.
How
everybody's
about
gonna eat ham on
how
Sunday.
about the cream eggs are kind of mid in general? All those eggs.
No,
And
Cadbury
it's all
caramel
about
eggs
the
are
mini
good.
eggs. It's all
The
about the
caramel
mini
eggs are
eggs.
banging. Caramel eggs. Come on, man. Get it together. And
Y'all guys
literally
like the mini eggs or the like the filled eggs?
the filled eggs.
No, it's the Reese's peanut butter cups that are shaped like eggs, and they
Yeah,
have
of course.
extra
Of course.
rose
Everybody
ones.
that's obviously the goat candy. Like
Yeah.
that goes without saying.
That and then good jelly beans, not like
Starburst.
Yeah.
I know
Starburst
it's become
isn't bad. I like the OG ones actually, but yeah, Starburst isn't bad.
Starburst.
Peeps are
jelly.
disgusting.
Peeps
My
are
mom-
foul and don't deserve to exist.
My mom goes to Krause's homemade candy every year.
Oh,
gets-
your mom's a smart lady.
Yeah, and
Krause's
she
fire.
always picks up the chocolate covered Oreos, and that's an Easter staple for me.
That is pretty good. Can I ask one quick question? I know I'm digressing here, but since we're talking about candy,
Yeah,
I,
no,
mentioned,
let's do
I
it.
mentioned to my wife that I like candy corn. And she's like, "How did I not know that over the last 9 or 10 years I've known you?" Is
she ask-
like,
Did she ask to divorce you? Because candy corn is fucking disgusting.
okay?
Yeah,
that was gonna be my question.
Yeah.
Am I weird?
Personally,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I don't like candy corn. Did you ever hear Lewis Black's routine on candy corn?
I have. I
That-
have.
All the,
I
all
have
the
too. It's
candy
just funny as
corn
hell.
in the world was made in 1933,
Yes.
and they just keep recycling it every year.
Well, I will eventually finish off the world's stash of candy corn because I love it, and I
So
like to make little vampire teeth with it too because I'm a
It
child.
just wow, that's
That's
cute.
fine.
But it's so artificial to me. I can't get
It's,
down with it.
it's fucking wax. It's sugar and wax. It's gross.
Yeah, even when it's like an accessory on a carrot cake, I'll take it off and I'll eat the carrot cake.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Yeah.
I don't really like carrot cake that much either, but
I'll defend carrot cake to the death.
I've had good carrot
Love it.
cake, but not a lot.
Yeah, we had carrot cake last week actually for Seder. Shout
Okay.
out
Shout out.
all the Jewish community that's listening right now.
Shout out Jewish. Shout out to the Jews. Shout out.
All right, so night 2, which we have already established is both 420 and Easter. First, we have for the women's tag team championships, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez defend against Bailey and Lyra Valkyria.
Liv and Raquel.
I'm gonna go title change. Bailey.
Really?
Yeah.
You putting the
Shake things up. a little
making
bit.
Lyra Valkyria a champ?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with Dan.
You think it's gonna be Liv and Raquel?
Yeah, I'm with Dan.
Word.
Same.
Liv and Raquel. I'm
Yeah.
the only weirdo.
You are the only weirdo.
That's fine. It's fine. It's been that way for a long time.
It's okay.
All right, next we have Flat Earth versus Douchebag. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
I'm going flat Earth.
Flat. I'm gonna. I really want it to be flat Earth, AJ Styles, but it's gonna be douchebag.
Okay.
I just don't see where you go with Logan Paul winning. Like that you couldn't go with him losing. Like you don't fuck over AJ Styles like that. Have him lose to Logan fucking Paul.
Yeah.
No way.
Joe.
Eric might have convinced me.
I mean, I hate to say it, but like, maybe I'd want to see a death during this match and just have Logan Paul just die. Maybe that would be the best.
Too.
I mean, the whole thing is just all, and the fact that they added Andrew Schultz in there and had AJ Styles, who got me back in wrestling 12 years ago, is now rescuing Andrew Schultz, who is just scum.
I think Andrew Schultz can also go fuck himself because he was making a plea to Triple H for that fucking idiot Tommy Invincible to get signed.
Oh my gosh, who comes up on my Instagram all the time?
Fucking
the worst
so cringe, bro.
His promo,
that guy is such a loser.
And all of his moves are just like John Cena. Or
yeah.
the worst knee to the face. Like it's just so mechanic and robotic and just
he sucks ass. And I
honest,
hate that he's becoming a thing.
Can we go to one of his shows and just boo him? Because
I don't know what y'all are talking about at all.
I'm gonna send something to you right now.
Like this TikTok star that's a fucking influencer idiot that thinks he can wrestle and he sucks.
Because the only thing I know from TikTok is Miss Rachel, guys. I gotta confess.
Oh, okay. Well, you have kids in that demo.
Yeah, definitely that demo.
Yeah. Talking like a TV executive. But I also wanted to say that Logan Paul, this motherfucker, between this and Paul American, he has a show out right now. Between that and Stephanie's Places, those are two shows that I'd rather,
I'd literally
jump into a piranha pit than
I'd walk into traffic first.
Yeah.
Gun to my head, I would say kill me.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch either of those shows.
Right. All right. For the Intercontinental Championship, we got a 4-way match. We got Braun Breaker defending against Penta, Finn Balor, and Dirty Dan Cesnit. Just kidding. Dominic Mysterio.
I'm going title change here.
Wow.
I'm going title change, and I'm on the fence, but I think it's going to be Penta.
Ooh. Okay, Dan. All right.
And I was honestly on the fence because I thought it might be Dom Mysterio. And I know that sounds crazy, but I kind of had that weird feeling that he was going to pin Finn Balor for it in that storyline.
Crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
I kind of like the theory of a title change. If I was a betting man, though, I would say Braun retains.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to go with Braun retains.
Does
but
Penta,
I like that idea of a title change.
Does Penta have to pin Braun, or can Braun lose it without being pinned?
He can lose it without being pinned.
Okay, so that's how you get the belt on Penta, and then his first feud, you could have him feud with Rey Fenix.
No.
Yeah, because why would you put the belt on him? Why would you put the belt on him and then have him be a tag team with Rey Fenix?
Yeah,
no, that's going to be down the road. They're going to be doing their own thing on separate brands until the draft.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
But also, I can totally see Finn winning, like pinning Dom or something.
Yeah, one of those two. If one of those two like wins, they're going to pin the other one. Mm-hmm. That's how that's going to go down. But I still think Penta. I think Penta is he's as hot as he can be right now. And why not put the title on him? And
this is a good way to get the belt off of Braun while still protecting him. And I think this is the way that they got the belt off of him previously, wasn't it?
No, I think he got beat straight up.
Okay. Joe, what do you think?
Sorry, I was actually just sending to the group chat some Tommy Invincible things so Dan can see him because he's the worst wrestler ever. And the fact that you don't know this, I wanted to enrich your life.
Yeah, I don't even have strong feelings about Andrew Schultz, but when he was making that pitch, like my hatred for him just grew exponentially.
Like, I already hated him before, but now that you just said that, like, I know we're going back to that last match, but like now it's even more worse. Like, I hope that the whole network just goes down for that match and no one can watch it. I want it to be just washed from the whole and like WWE network, whatever. I don't want that match to ever see air. That being said, what match were we talking about? I apologize. We're talking about Braun Breaker.
4-way for the Intercontinental Championship.
Okay, so I mean, I would love to see Penta win it. Will it happen? I don't think so. Would I be happy with Finn Balor? Yeah. I think they'll keep it on Braun Breaker.
All right, so
but I'd love for it to be on Penta. Penta is a singles with a belt. Come on.
Sure. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight. Ooh, is this going to be similar to the Hollywood Backlot Brawl?
No.
I think you'd have to be silly to root against Drew.
Yeah,
I want him to win so bad.
Drew, you say that all the time. I would be silly to root against Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going with Drew.
Yeah.
How can you not?
I feel like there'll be some interference. I think it's going to be Damian Priest.
From who?
I don't know. I just feel like they're going to do something to make it not like clean finish.
Okay.
All right. Next, we have for the Women's World Championship, Io Sky defending against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. I'm going to go Io retains, and I want Io to win. And I think Io has just low-key been the baby face in this triple threat situation.
Absolutely.
Among these two prima donna women.
Yeah.
Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. I feel like they've done a good job of getting those two to be kind of detestable last few weeks.
I think Bianca gets screwed. I think Jade screws her.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Naomi?
Or not, yeah, either one. Like whatever, either one of them way it works. I haven't really been watching like the storylines that bad, but like or that closely. I've just been super busy. But like I think just that whole storyline I think comes to a head to really bite Bianca in the ass.
Yeah, super busy on your trip to Brazil, you fuck.
Yeah. Maybe Bianca costs Jade her match against Naomi, and then Naomi comes back and helps Bianca win this match.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So yeah, either way.
Something.
Yeah.
Something's gonna go down is what I'm saying in this match. I don't know what's exactly gonna happen, but like that storyline, something from that storyline is gonna impact this match, whether it's positive or negative for Bianca, and we're just gonna see what it is.
I don't think you agree with Drew, but I actually think he's onto something here. I think that those two matches will have tie-ins, and I think Rhea Ripley's going to win it. I think they want the belt back on her, and she's kind of like,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
that was my thought process.
I mean, she's going to sell more. She's going to bring more eyes in. Like that's what it's going to be. It's a bigger name win when people see it and it gets trending on Twitter. Like more people are going to know that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're both just very solid, you know.
I don't know. Bianca's a pretty big name too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Pre Triple H.
Yeah.
So finally, for the WWE Undisputed Championship, John Cena challenges Cody Rhodes. And before we get into this, I just want to kind of air my grievances a little bit with John Cena. I just feel like we haven't gotten enough from him.
Everything we get is the same thing, though. Like
it has been the same.
It's going to be the same thing.
And if he was going to have, and I was a little bit more patient, but now that I'm thinking about it, if he was going to have this limited number of appearances going into WrestleMania, he should have made every appearance kind of like they should have built off of each other. And it was more, and you're right, Dan. It was more of kind of like going over the same thing about how the fans fucked him over and all that, and how Cody is fake and stuff. Didn't really get into like what made him make this decision to align with The Rock or anything like that. And it's just, The fact that he hasn't been on Raw the last 2 weeks leading into WrestleMania, I'm just like, come on, man. Like, if they were going to give him this spot, he needed to be more available than he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. That being said, I do think that John Cena beats Cody Rhodes, and I think that although John Cena has said in storyline that he's going to take the title with him and ruin wrestling forever, I think that it's going to end up with Triple H saying, well, you're contractually obligated to work all these dates. So, you have to defend this championship. And then we're going to get a John Cena heel title run. And I just hope he shows up more. And that's all I got to say.
He's going to have to if he's going to do that, but it's going to be hard with the schedule that he's got, obviously, with Hollywood being what it is. But I do think he wins 17 here. I do think it's by nefarious means somehow, some way. I'm not going to predict it, but
The Rock and Travis Scott.
The Rock, Travis Scott, and I think somebody else. I don't know who. I just
Goldust.
feel like there's another. What's that?
Goldust. He'll get revenge.
I thought you were saying Goldberg, but it turned out to be something more ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bill Goldberg.
No, he gets revenge for that match. in
Bill
AEW.
Goldberg.
That match they had where Dustin got busted open pretty badly. He gets revenge for that.
Okay.
Oh man.
He left me in AEW. That could be the whole storyline.
That's actually on Max right now. You can watch it.
Yeah.
That whole pay-per-view is on. The whole first year worth of AEW pay-per-views are on Max.
That match was epic.
It was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, if you're not squeamish.
No, I'm not really. As long as it's not near me. I can watch it on TV, but if that was like right near me, I would actually probably throw up.
I think the story is set up perfectly for Cena to win 17 because he's won every other title he's ever won as a face. And this is going to be the one to break Ric Flair, and he does it as a heel, and he does it cheating for the first time. And it's just going to make him beating Flair feel so dirty while simultaneously being like this, having this great achievement where you're going to just the high of like, oh, wow, that moment of like 17, but you're like, oh, like how he did it, like puke. And it's just going to fuck with you as a fan, especially these like younger kids who were like, children and like early preteens when he was like really popular. It's just going to make them be like, wow, this is what fucking happens. And Dan, you always say, even whatever you want to say about him, like he's an all-time great.
Yeah.
And you always say that it's better if you go out on your back. So like eventually, like Druck said, he's going to have some reason he's going to have to keep defending the title, and he's going to eventually go out on his back, and that's going to be it for him.
Yeah.
And I think it's exactly how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a feeling that it's going to be Roman Reigns that beats him.
I was thinking that too, 100%.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting thought. I would say it would be Cody winning it back, but yeah, Roman makes sense eventually.
In the arc of John Cena's career, I feel like it makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Right, because he's the one, Roman's been the one it's after him.
Like replace
John
Cena.
Oh,
At least he was. I mean, maybe it's Cody right now, but I mean, we'll see.
I mean, Roman was just on. If you're talking about on John Cena level star for the era that kind of like happened after he's kind of like went away, Roman's that guy.
I think that Roman versus Cody is a legit debate as to who is the QB1 in WWE.
right now it's Cody.
I think right now it's Cody.
But overall, Roman's that guy. Roman's that guy for the era.
And they can go back to Roman. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Without skipping a beat.
Right.
Absolutely. All right. So we've gone through both WrestleMania night 1 and night 2. Do you guys have any like other wild predictions that might happen throughout this show?
What about Randy Orton? Didn't he have like some stuff going on? And then
that's right. I don't think they've announced his opponent yet.
I think it's going to be an open challenge.
You know who it's going to be? It's going to be fucking Tommy Invincible, because on his Instagram, he's been asking for a match against Randy Orton.
Oh, okay.
We are giving this guy so much. You know what? This is counterintuitive because I don't want to give this guy.
I think people like him ironically, but like sometimes like liking people ironically can go way too far. See the Costco guys. And we can't allow it to get to this. It has the capability of getting even bigger than that.
Yeah.
And
Right.
we need to stop it before it begins. But yeah, I think that Randy Orton's probably more than likely going to end up facing a returning Aleister Black.
Yeah, that's my
That's
thought.
the way that
Ooh,
Or
yes.
Miro.
That
Or
fucks.
Rusev.
Hell yeah.
I think that Aleister Black would be more impactful.
I don't know. If Rusev's music hits, if it's like Randy's like whoever wants to fight me can come out and fight me, and Rusev's music hits,
He's still going to get a pop. He'll
get a
Yeah,
big
but Aleister Black though is where it's at though.
or
dude.
if Rusev comes out on a tank again.
Yeah. That music. That
He's going as Rusev, right? Not Miro.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah, he would go as a Rusev for sure.
He'd get a
I
pop,
think
though.
another thing to be considered in this show is that I didn't mention before. Do you think Big E has some sort of involvement in the New Day match?
Maybe that's why they lose.
No,
No,
I don't. No, he can't get physical. I just don't think so.
Yeah,
It's not worth it if he can't get physically involved, in my opinion, anyway.
right. Should be a lot of fun, guys. I'm really happy that we're all in town for this. Dan is back in New York. He has left
The confines of pornless North
North Carolina. He's not going to raise up anymore or take his shirt off.
I'm not gonna. I will forever raise up. I will forever love North Carolina. I spent 4 years there. Big shout out to Charlotte. I hope to retire back there someday. But right now, I'm here in New York with my people.
Yeah, we're glad to have Dirty Dan back.
Absolutely.
Even though it's fucking 44 degrees as a high today, and that's just
sucked.
It was miserable.
The wind was
miserable. The wind was terrible. Anyway, guys, as always, follow us on Instagram at Smarknado, on Twitter at Smarknado1. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. See that to my right. That is a nice little QR code that you can check out. All of our stuff is there. Joe, is there anything that you would like to plug?
Not right now, thank goodness. Things have been a little quiet-ish in my life, so I actually have nothing to plug. I'm plugging peace, shalom, quiet, all of that.
Hell yeah, that's a cause I can get down with.
And next weekend's draft weekend, which is my Christmas, so I'm feeling.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah, big time stuff going on this weekend. Woo-hoo!
I got me a lot of draft picks.
Yeah,
you guys forget that it was my fucking birthday this weekend.
Oh yeah, it's Dan's birthday too.
Fuck
yeah, maybe we'll get a cake for Saturday.
I love cake.
Oh fuck!
Dan, do you like ice cream cake?
I love ice cream cake.
Truck, you get the cake, and I'll get like pizza and some wings and some stuff like that.
Yeah. Are you cool with ice cream cake?
Yeah.
Carvel.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Me and Dan are gonna try to make our wives become best friends. So we're gonna parent trap them.
Yes.
And get them to just meet in a location and just be like, all right, bye, and then
we can go watch wrestling.
Yeah,
it's gonna work. It's gonna work. They can go read books together in a weird little corner with dim light, and we can go watch wrestling.
They have like the
same living room.
No, they have the same like political beliefs. Everything. They're they're meant to be friends. They are meant to be friends.
Yes, it will be good times had by them.
All right.
So, adopt a dog, somebody out there listening. Do the right thing. Adopt a dog. That's my plug.
Coming from somebody that had to rehome 2 dogs, yes, please do that. Or find them a good home.
Adopt, don't shop. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to have your pet spayed or neutered.
Thanks, Bob.
Stay neutered, cheese bags.
Keep watching wrestling.